Really? Black.
This is Charles Carmody, director of the Charleston Music Hall, in partnership with the Post and Courier, to bring you the next episode of No Intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Deshawn Mason.
Hello. I figured this time I would go ahead and tell you about a very interesting story of mine. This is going to be the story of the last time that I talked my way out of a speeding ticket. I assume that sounds like a good time for everybody. Now, a little bit of background information for you. I was in Florida at the most redneck wedding I have ever been to. While I was at the reception, I met a man who was a volunteer firefighter in the next town over. The name of that town was Black Man, Florida. Yes, that is a real town that exists in Florida for some reason. Black Man, one word, you can Google it. Now, back to our story. You have to understand how I got all that information. Imagine me at the wedding. I look around and I realize that I'm the only black person in sight. And this is when I notice a man wearing a jacket, and the back of that jacket just says, Black Man Rescue. What? Hold on, what do you mean? What is about to happen to me, and how often does this happen that you guys have a dedicated team to this one thing? Now, I decided to, of course, go ahead and talk to that man, and it turned out the town of Black Man was 5 minutes away, so like any sane person, I immediately drove to Black Man. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Black Man was exactly as I imagined it. Watermelon is far... No, I'm joking. That's not true. Black Man was a super normal town. Very cool. Now, back to our story. Here I am, driving through Black Man. I'm probably too excited about it. And that is when I see the blue lights pop up in the rear view, and I'm like, no! So I'm trying to think of something I can say or do to get me out of the speeding ticket, and that is when it hits me. The officer walks up to the car very calmly. He looks in the window and he says, son, do you know why I pulled you over? And then I look him in the eyes and say, yeah, man, it was on the side of your car. Black Man Police. He laughed, I laughed, he laughed, and then he was like, you get out of here. So that was the greatest day of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening.